These are the best highlights from the matchup between NS and KT during the 2024 LCK Summer Split.
He's currently at like full clearing, 3 minutes in.
Yeah.
And might be looking for a
Unless
play
you're
here.
Champ. In which case it's 3 minutes, 30 plus. We're just diving the turret, and level 4 Ivern, pretty good at doing that. And you see that Jew totally zoned away from the wave. Googer's still here, as they do want to go in for this one once again, as Ivern is going to tank it up, and there's the damage. First blood with the ignite does go over to Beryl. And nice juggling of the turret aggro. They are posturing pretty far forward, but already one of these grubs is going to go down. It's going to turn into a 4-on-4. BDD ready and waiting with his ult, and now the Hex Flash comes in from Beryl. That is an Aatrox in a bunch of trouble, but has the World Ender, and now Beryl taking up a ton of damage in the front line, but so is Sylvie, and Sylvie will be the first one to go down as Beryl. Oh no, he gets sniped. I thought he was going to get out of there. Also, another grub did go down to the side of KT as they get the cleanse here out of Jiwoo, and he is in a lot of trouble as well. Down he will go. Level 4 Senna, not able to do too much at this point in time as they give the kill over to BDD.
And Beryl staying alive there is absolutely pivotal between Eclipse and W, so gonna shoot for this relatively quickly as he's setting up for a dive towards the top side. Pyoshi does have Smite, so she'll be able to get the blue buff at the very least. They did take a game of Genji in between Spring and Summer. So, oh, Sylvie.
Well, he's going to run into a lot of CC here. They don't have much damage, but might just be enough to keep him in place for long enough, as now over the wall, here comes BDD. Didn't even really need him, but he helps a little bit at the end, as Hui Fisher did throw his ult in, but not for Pyoshik. And yes, we do have Zeke's here for Sylvie as well, but just feels that like that early redemption spike in teamfights can be so huge, as now they're going to get the engage on a Sylvie once again, as the follow-up ult comes in, but Daisy, I told you he was a friend, he is going to block that one, and now we do have the kill on a Sylvie. Down will go a bunch of people swept into the team. That's just going to be a double kill here for Deft, as Fisher, he's getting flanked by Perfect, who ran behind the turret just to bully the way. As the Blast Cone is probably going to do it to me again, isn't it? Oh, nice blocking here, but eventually the Fear comes in, and Fisher only survives because of a random Blast Cone in the jungle.
Okay, to be fair, he did actually play that well. That's a good point.
Are they going to? No. They're just creating room, as Ivern has a real friend in BDD to take down the dragon. I hope.
So now Daisy isn't real anymore.
It's the Yasuo.
Exactly.
That was
it's
really
like
cool.
the projection.
Yeah. Well,
can we do something here?
They're gonna try. I mean, this turret isn't even okay. It will go down, but now we got a TP from the side of KT as well, and Deft is not dead yet. He tries to flash into the Aatrox, and finally he will be taken down. As now with the TP and everything, Noshim just have a huge man advantage. Tanaka will come up from the Cassante, but even Cassante isn't crazy enough to get out of this one. A nice play from Noshim, as they will pick up 3 kills.
And it was Valdez, and that's a win.
Yeah, it's about to be cut down a bit here as well. We're going to take this bot turret, yeah.
Actually, good point.
It's League of Legends.
Fair
I mean,
enough.
it's not us. It can't be. Has to be everyone else, Well, Beryl's going to go in, and he's got Daisy, the real friend, to help out. And you know what? He's providing a really great front line. There's not a lot of damage into Beryl, and now they have Redemption, and he's going to get healed up. And there's the Fate's Call as well, as TP is coming in, and Mihail now might just tear Beryl apart, but he's still alive somehow, flashes away, and finally goes down as a lot of damage comes in. The divide is not great, as Perfect also going to be ulted up here, flashes on top of BDD, and Jiwoo's getting a lot of value here out of that Senna. If that hook hits Death,
then Nongshims, so we do see Wei consistently spotting out who's hiding in those brushes. It's a big fight, Vel, that's about to come up here for this dragon. Possible sword point for Nongshim.
Whoa. Very nice flash from Pyoshik, and now Beryl's going to get in there as Googer got himself into a rough spot. The Fate's Call just to reposition Beryl here as he throws himself back into the front, as BDD is going to find Fisher, but the follow-up a little bit slow. He is surviving. Finally, he will go down, and the redemption keeps BDD alive for even longer. And all the while, Deft is just raining down spears into everybody in this one. Meanwhile, Mihail wasn't even there. He was just zoned the entire time by Perfect, so it's a huge team fight win over to KT, and they want to bite off more.
That's the fight that KT was looking for.
You guys can't stay here. they're just trying to defend this turret. That's not really going to work out for them, as Beryl will just die to the turret. Just Beryl things, you know? And they will take down the mid turret eventually, as you guys should.
They stall with Fisher until Mahal TP's in, but I already think they have the ward set up, and no, we're going to see instead.
Seen one of those in many, many years.
Yeah, if I remember correctly,
it wasn't around.
So it gives AP and ability haste based on mana regen.
Yeah, they're just doing the Baron here, and that's going to be the Ivern for the smite. And now we do have the front line getting pretty low on the side of KT. Pioshik is very low, but he's eating so much of this damage, and even Mahal on the Aatrox not able to survive for long enough, as Fisher not going to be feeling too good about frontlining on the way, as KT, they get the Baron and 3
shielding, the healing to come through. Everyone on KT ends up staying alive, and if Mahal doesn't get the big resets, if he can't buy space,
oh boy,
the fights just aren't going to be one lead here. Should be insurmountable for Nongshim.
Yeah, and now from ahead, the Ivern just feels like the value is just insane. I mean, the shields that he gives, you know, you remember that buff, that big buff on that patch that Ivern got, where we were like, oh, we're going to be seeing Ivern all the time. I think it was at the beginning of spring, actually. Not 100% sure. Maybe it was last summer, but it's you just have shields up all the time. It's just gigantic shields with 3.5 items, and everybody is tanky now. So, you know, maybe lacking a little bit of damage, but if you never die, then Kalista and Azir are going to be 2 of the best at just staying alive in team fights forever.
Wei also needs a lot of rotations to actually get through any of them.
Yeah.
Given that Fisher hasn't really been able to accelerate. And then Gio, I actually love the Serpent's Fang. I think that's a great buy, especially together with the Executioners, but it's just not enough damage. There's not enough time. And KT looking to go to a very comfortable 1-0 lead here. A lot of cooldowns being thrown, but not a whole lot being found, Valdez.
Yeah, and if you're ever in doubt, you can always head back to your giant bush farm that you've got back there. And now Beryl's just going to pull the trigger on the engage, force the flash out of Cougar, as now they're trying to engage on a Cassante. That's how you know things have gone horribly wrong. As down will go the turret now, and we got the front line coming in. Perfect. Oh, he's just got everybody up against that wall. And he might go down. Even Ivern not going to be able to save him, but the Nexus of Nongshim will be the one that goes down in this game. Mahal surviving for about forever, but it just does not matter. KT pushing in as they run out of the Baron buff, and they are up against a Hui. I'm not sure it's going to matter here, Chronicler.
As BDD, yeah, he's just flexing on them.
Yeah. Just dabbing on the haters here, as he does take down another member of Nongshim, and they're just going to gather around the fountain, just that extra bit of BM, as they look for that one extra kill. It's not going to happen. Down will go the Nexus. Poppy's a similar vein.
Yes!
And it's just Taric! Just... Woo!
I told you Barrow was going to do.
Make a play here, but everybody's level 5.
That's cute there. Sylvie making sure that they actually get it. I don't think they can actually make it here in time, though.
Might be able to fight afterwards, but oh, the flash out of the Leona here. Beryl with the killer instinct on the Taric. Not even the right champ, as Cougar now flashing away, and Deft is just going to get in there and try to collect first blood, but now immediate cleanse. Deft is struggling, but he does get the first blood and immediately does get traded back, but still 400 gold does go to the pockets of Deft.
But it's good.
Just die.
It's a good death.
Chronicler 2024.
It's a good death.
Uh-huh. Deft is fine. A little jump scare here for the crowd who's going crazy.
Guys.
And Fisher just back, so yeah, no, he's fine. But the rest of the guys down here on the bottom side, not very fine. Way too deep to try to get Deft or something.
He doesn't have that much mana. This could be a good angle.
Yeah, BDD's actually in a lot of trouble here. He does have the flash, but he is going to get a very nice shockwave. It just dodges the follow-up from the Leona. He's totally fine, actually. And now the Taric ultimate coming on in. You're not doing any damage to that, as the timing very nice here from Beryl. Waits until they absolutely need it. And then the turn comes in. Another kill under the belt of KT.
BDD didn't even have to flash.
He just walked it off.
Mahal shows up, but they don't. I think there's really an angle here, as the ward will cancel Googer's back. And I hope we get a replay of that.
Especially from ahead. It definitely feels like a win more kind of situation in this one, as we do have the Sejuani being fully engaged on, and now the Yone gets the full turn as the Taric ultimate comes through, but you're already so low and the TPs are raining down from both sides. Perfect trying to frontline, and now the Ezreal and the Aatrox have an angle here as BDD and Perfect desperate to try to get some kind of kill. Finally, the all-out comes out onto the Aatrox, the one guy who was not low enough for Perfect to kill. As now it looks like he's just going to try to run out of this one. Might be able to as the flash comes in. Jiu does not want to put an end to this one. Gets the flash, and now the turn comes out as Feral is going to go down. And Def trying to frontline here into Jiu. Doesn't have enough damage through the barrier as KT baited into sticking around so that Mihail can get more hits into them. As he wants to get one more. Woo! He's going to have a chance here on a Def, who is going to get knocked up and eventually does get taken down. Noshim chased them forever and turn the fight in their favor. Somehow Pioshik is going to get the Rift Herald. I guess it's in trade for this Dragon here. Noshim wanting to stack up those Hextech Drakes early, which does make sense, but KT are getting a lot of gold to immediately come back in the game now. So one Drake to go to Noshim, but KT's sticking around in terms of gold parity.
Second game for me out. Any traps?
Yeah, this one, Fisher is going to just Unbound Soul, as now we do have it coming out, and the stun, as now Pioshik is going to go in, and there's that offensive nature, he goes in, but there's so many members of Noshim still here as the Sejuani ultimate comes in, and the Yone is dragged out of position, but they still get the Cassante down. As Beryl going to have to walk on an awkward angle here, in a bit of trouble himself. And they have to use the Fate's Call as well, as now he's going to throw himself back in. They get the kill, and a chance for Def to extend this, and Beryl is still alive on the backside of this fight somehow. Pioshik doing Krugs is like, wait, we're still fighting? And he's back. And now we have the flash in here from the side of BDD. Still on the chase is the entire team, as Pioshik just going to smite him down for the kill. And now this is the perfect Kalista moment. Everybody's super low. They're all running away from you. And Deft is able to pick up a final kill.
Oh, and now ill-advised Baron. That ended up not backfiring, but it was a little scary there, Valdez.
Oh, a nice sidestep here from BDD. Also going to miss that one, but he can't get out of the Yone ult. That's going to do the trick, as everybody and the kitchen sink gets thrown into BDD, and they do take him out.
Noxious like, see champion, kill champion. Missing ults, doesn't, oh God, now it's them. Well, Pioshik has the back, but he can get her very, very quickly. I don't think that they're gonna, they might get it, but it's gonna be a flip. Pioshik gonna make his way over.
Oh, they want to engage onto the Taric, but it's Fate's Call to come through, and Perfect TP's into this one. So they do get the TP. Will they continue on the Baron? It looks like yes, they will.
Oh, it's a flip. It's a flip, Valdez!
It's just a flip. It's just a straight up flip. Okay, they're gonna stop damage. Stopping damage. Waiting to take the fight. The Taric ultimate used expertly. The timing is fantastic, as now they're putting in the damage, but the spike goes to Sejuani. Sylvie to get it down in the flip, and it should go all the way on Noshim. Even Perfect not gonna take out Jiwoo here. And it's BDD to do it, but it's still Noshim that wins.
I think Noshim is looking good. The main question is, can they turn this into no one getting caught inside and actually getting the next dragon? Because it's Noshim, and I'm a little scared that someone's just gonna get caught and die, and I don't want that to happen. I want to go the full distance. Valdez, you called it.
There we go. They're gonna get on top of Fisher here as the CC chain comes in perfectly, but he is able to flash and get out, so not so perfect after all here. And KT do have the option to just drop this as well. Let's see what they want to go for as the sun goes in, but that's Leona as True Shot Barrage gets it, and that's the angle from Fisher. Pretty huge, and now Deft in the front line, speed flashed on, but the Taric ultimate timing is very good. He is going to stay live, and the Yone ultimate in the front line, a huge shockwave from BDD might just get the trick done, as now you've got Perfect finally able to frontline. Down will go Barrel, but he is nothing compared to Perfect on Cassante. Jiwoo still alive.
Can they get Warmox?
Still trying to kite this one out, but he is going to avoid the knock-up here, but BDD just does way too much damage at this point in time. The follow-up comes in from KT, and that should be, you would imagine, the Hextech Soul to KT.
Oh, Noshim! They get so close to killing that, but I think they were in a great position if they played that slower, wait out the ultimate, and leave it be. Oh, Sylvie, he's trying, but yeah, I think perfect. He's the guard. Standing there. Oh, Sylvie, you gotta try, you gotta try, you gotta try, you gotta try. Just Q in.
Nope. Too late.
He doesn't have flash, so he does die. Just use the power of that. Don't unnecessarily flip.
Flip it. It's
KT.
challengers, baby.
Don't do it, KT.
No, it's fine. It's challengers, baby.
They're gonna. We know it's happening.
Everybody is taking damage right now.
Oh no!
Sitting there, the Taric ultimate though once again is huge, and the front line from Fisher this time is just not good. And now they're able to turn onto the Baron, an easy smite for Pioshik. And now 5v4, they are running at them. The Hextech Soul helping out quite a lot. Jiu once again trying to be the one guy holding this team together. But I don't think he's quite able to do so as waiting. Jiu has to flash away already. And BDD just waiting with that ball for a potential shockwave at this point in time. Didn't have to use it onto Fisher. And that's going to be the turret, the first one in mid to go down.
KT able to get the, and this is where you see those longer.
It's Ezreal. I mean,
yeah,
he does do a lot of damage, just in general, like AoE damage in team fights, he's spamming a lot. But unfortunately, it's not quite enough to get the team across the line for Jiu, who's having a good game, but not able to carry at this point in time. So the push coming in from the bottom side.
We got a flank ward.
Left on Baron.
KT really won the mid lane as well.
Yeah, mid and bot would be huge. As you mentioned, top would be best, but ooh, nice stun actually. Def gonna jump back into it. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he still has clamp. Well, as long as he can kill the supers, I guess they're fine. I think KT just pulled the trigger on this now, like really go in on this aggressively.
The second the True Shot Barrage sailed past, they started it. And now TP used by Fisher here and now by Mihail, but it's a little bit late. I mean, this Elder, it's already so low and they don't have any vision and it's just gone. They just take the Elder Drake away from Gnome-Shim. And now the Taric ult's gonna help out excellently here. Pioshik gets pretty low, but he is the only one. BDD as well, actually being hounded by two, but this game is over. The Elder goes to KT, as we have a triple kill actually going the way of Pioshik as well. And we are going to have a 2-0 here from KT over Gnome-Shim tonight. Oh.
And KT fans, I'm sure at no point in that game felt any form of stress for Gnome-Shim. You can see that's a rough loss. That game felt like it might have been in their grasp, and it just wasn't to be. KT, they got the Dragon, they got the Baron, they got the Elder. And they're going to get the 2-0 here. Happy faces as KT continue their redemption arc. Come on, KT.
All right, they're lining up. Nicely done. Good picture there at the end. Excellent form.
These were some of the best moments from the matchup between NS and KT during the 2024 LCK Summer Split. Which moment was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below.